All right, so as I have promised you, I got my Logitech G929 Racing Wheel, and let's see. So this is Forza Horizon 6, and let's see how well it handles. What I'm looking for is just to see how like accurate and realistic it is to play this game with a racing wheel. All right, so let's see. I'm driving Toyota Corolla 2023. So far, so good. Let's see. Not bad. How accurate is it? Well, there is a force feedback, so that's a good news. There is a force feedback, and I can feel every bump on the road. And there's also uh, smooth, like shock absorption on the shocks on the wheels and the alignments. And you can even see how my wheel is like twerking a little bit. So the force feedback is doing a really good job. The acceleration on the gas pedals, it's pretty good. What about the braking? Let's look at the braking. Braking is good. Let's look at the reverse. Let's go into reverse. The reverse is good. All right, let's do some driving. I'll try to stay in the lane realistically. Not bad at all, I have to say. Wow. All right. Hey, this is as good as Gran Turismo. Hey, it's not bad. Listen, um, look, I'm not trying to compare this to Gran Turismo 7 because they're two different things. Gran Turismo 7, it's a more realistic, car racing simulator. This is arcade, open sandbox, but for a arcade open sandbox, it's actually it's pretty decent. It's not great, but it's pretty decent. Surprisingly good for a well, I wouldn't even say decent. This is surprisingly good for arcade racing game. You know what I mean? Not bad at all. I'm kind of surprised. And this is an old wheel, Logitech G929, but the force feedback is very active. I'll tell you that. Let's go over here a little bit. Hold on. Let's do like a realistic parking. Hold on. Let me try and see if I can park like realistically. Well, hold on. I guess we'll just do it like this. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Um, what do I think so far? I think it's good. Obviously, I have to calibrate my my wheel some more. Again, keep in mind this is a arcade sandbox open world racing game. So for a sandbox arcade, it's not bad. It also depends what kind of car you're driving. You know, there's that too. I just want to say, this is not bad. And this is what everyone's been telling me on my social media and email. Other people reaching out to me, they're saying, "Yo, man, you need to try this on a racing wheel. It's really surprisingly good." And they're not lying, actually. It is surprisingly good. What you will appreciate is the fact that the force feedback, it's very active. And, you know, to me, that's the important part, is the force feedback. It's very active. No, this is great. This is great. I have no complaints, man. This is this is fantastic. I don't think I'll go back to listen, same thing with the Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? Once you start using T-Flight Hottest 4 flight stick, you're never going back to a controller. So same thing here. Once you, oh, what is this? Oh, look, there's cows over there. Same thing here. Once you start using a, oh come on, man, that's terrible parking. Once you start using a racing wheel, I haven't driven a stick shift, Jesus, in a long time. Why stick shift? Well, why not, man? Jesus, man. Get your driver's license again. There you go. This is pretty darn good. Let me tell you, this is pretty darn good for a arcade racing game, all right? Pretty impressive. But also depends what type of car you're driving. You know, if you're driving a more responsive car, like a super fast, super fast car, you know. Sure, I mean, we were driving a Toyota Camry here, so yeah. Well, let's do some realistic driving. Let's pretend that I'm like an Uber driver. All right, so I'm an Uber driver, all right? And I'm following the speed limit. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hold on. Hold on a second. There's something here for me to collect. There we go. So a racing wheel and a ultra wide screen. You guys can't see it, but it's right above my gaming laptop that has the Xbox logo. Uh, this is great. Just like with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, with a T-Flight Hottest 4 flight stick, I can go back like to like a PlayStation controller. Same thing here. I can go back to like a Xbox controller. Once you experience, once you experience, once you experience the racing wheel, dude, trust me, it's hard to go back to the uh, traditional way of playing. Now, like I said yesterday on my live stream, I have no problem using a gamepad. But the thing with the gamepad is it it's too lazy. You know, you're chilling out. It's relaxed. You are relaxed. You're like you can almost fall asleep while you're driving, while you're playing. This keeps you like always on your toes. Like press the clutch, the brake, the clutch. You know, stick shift. So you're always observant. You're always looking around. So this keeps you going. And this is why people have been telling me, like, dude, like, what are you doing? You know, Forza Horizon 6 is out on Game Pass, and you're not using your and they know I have a Logitech G29 because been talking about it. You guys seen it on my videos. Those of you who know me, you know what I have. And they know I have an ultra wide screen. They're like, dude, what are you doing? And you know what? They're right. They're absolutely right. Like, what are you doing, dude? Same thing with my Thrustmaster T-Flight Hottest. Why aren't you using your flight stick with Microsoft Flight Simulator? I'm like, yeah. Why am I not using the Thrustmaster T-Flight Hottest 4? And once I started using it, you saw how successful I am landing that Airbus 330, A330, right? So, and then taking off as well. Oh yeah, man, this is great. Is it as good as Gran Turismo? Look, Gran Turismo is like the best. But this is pretty close. For an arcade, listen, I'll just say this. I don't think it's fair to compare Gran Turismo 7 to Forza Horizon 6 because they're two different racing games, right? One is strictly simulator, and the other, oh, wow. That was, that was pretty close call. And the other, it's a arcade. So for a arcade racing game, I have to say this is pretty impressive. All right, and I think that's what I want to leave you guys with this video. By the end of this video, I just want to say this is pretty realistic. Takashiro region. This is pretty realistic. Wow, look at this. This is pretty realistic for a arcade racing. What I mean by pretty realistic, it's like I did not expect this, really. And I think it makes kind of sense right now. This is exactly why people have been telling me, dude, like, why aren't you trying this with Logitech Racing Wheel? And I can see now why they're telling me that. should you pick up a racing wheel? Oh, for this game, it's not a necessity. Okay, before I end the video, it's not a necessity, but certainly it will improve your experience. Just like, Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's not a necessity, but having that flight stick certainly, it's more immersive, it's more realistic. So what I would say to you guys is I would certainly, look at this is beautiful. I would certainly think about like purchasing a racing wheel. I'm surprised how good it is because you don't expect an arcade because this is still an arcade racing game. So I didn't expect a arcade racing game to be actually this good on a racing wheel. So very surprising that a arcade sandbox game like Forza Horizon 6 actually plays really well with racing wheel. The force feedback is very active. The shocks are very observant, and the alignments and everything, you feel it. The response is very good. So before I end this video, I want to show you something really quick. It's very important that you calibrate your racing wheel. All right, see, the calibration is everything. The sensitivity, the operation range, angle, all of this is very important. Spend a lot of time calibrating your wheel first. Make sure you download the G29, the Logitech app. Make sure you download the Logitech app. And when you download the Logitech app, make sure that you spend a lot of time calibrating. Calibrate as much as you can until you get to that sweet spot. All right, you want to do the same thing, obviously, for your pedals. You want to make sure that it's responsive, right? So sensitivity and calibration on your wheel is very important. And once you do that, once you calibrate everything, I guarantee you, you will feel more immersive experience with Forza Horizon 6. So if you have G29 Racing Wheel, I would highly recommend that you use it with Forza Horizon 6. There's no question about it. Okay? So yes, I highly recommend that you use it. And there's a reason why everyone's been telling me, yo, man, why aren't you using a racing wheel? And they are 100% correct. Why am I not? Well, now I am, and I don't think I will go back to controller, to be honest with you. It's really difficult to get that, the accuracy on a thumbstick. Same thing with the PlayStation 5 controller when I'm, controlling an airplane. It's hard to get that accuracy with a thumbstick, especially if you got big hands like I do. But with a proper controller, in this case, racing wheel, you can get that good um, accuracy in your cornering, in your drift, especially for drifting. This will be very handy with a drifting. So, and of course, it'll be more immersive. All right, guys. So I will be live streaming later on. I will have a live stream part number four, and you can join my live stream part number four, and you will see me. Uh, you will see me using this same wheel, and you will see like how this wheel performs in action when there's different types of cars, different types of challenges, right? So it'll be interesting to see you guys watch me use this wheel. Okay. All right. So that's all I have to say, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like my videos, if you like my content, like I said, I upload daily, I live stream daily, so there's a daily content. All right. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much. Okay, and I will see you on the next video, or better yet, I will see you on the part 4 of my live stream for Forza Horizon 6. Thank you.